Glad y'all can make it out. Sorry, I hate that I came in late. I usually like to introduce myself to everybody, but just up another event. So, as he said, my name is Kimberly. Been with the business since September. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story, how I got started, and why this will never leave my life. So, I was introduced to this opportunity twice, actually. The first time was in August, like the later part of August. Made sense to me, but I was one of those insane people that thought that I could keep doing the same thing over and over again and somehow get a different result. I'm cool, and I'm just going to keep going to work, and then something is going to happen. My little change is going to come, not realizing that this was my change. We often do that a lot of times. We pass over opportunities thinking that it's going to look like something else, but I was invited to come out to a home event similar to this Labor Day weekend, and so many different speakers. I could see that this thing was working for people younger than me, and it just kind of made sense. It was a no-brainer, absolutely a no-brainer. The reason why this made sense for me, you know, we all have done it. Ever since we were little kids, we had these dreams of things we wanted to do. And I'm a single mom. I got 2 kids. My oldest boy is 14. We already looking at high school. We're talking about high school and getting ready for college. At triathlete, you know, basketball, cross country, track, honor roll student, so there's nothing I wouldn't do for him. Absolutely nothing. And if it meant work 2 jobs, that's what I'll do, because he's a good kid. You know, my baby is 7 years old. So I want to create the lifestyle for him that I didn't have. That's right, P3. Keep clapping and everything. I want to give them the life that I never had. Not that my parents didn't desire to give it to me. They just didn't have the means to do so. So not just because I have those 2 children, I also have some parents that are working. My mother is extremely stressed out on her job, had an anxiety attack a couple weeks ago. That's just not how I want my parents to live. My mother is a CNA by trade, but has a degenerative disc in her back, and so she constantly has to hurt herself for a living. Pretty sad situation. So not only for them, not only for my children, not only for my parents, but I've had this dream since I don't know, 10, 11 years ago about open this arts-infused youth center. I mean, I want to expose a whole bunch of our kids to some things that we don't traditionally get exposed to. I want to do that. You got to have money to do that kind of stuff. And so, not just because of that, my parents, my children, this youth center, but this product, you guys are trying it. I don't know if it's your first time trying it. If you didn't get to try, I want to make sure that you do before you leave. But this opportunity, Diamond happy too. I'm gonna keep talking because it's already late. This opportunity means more to me than just to be able to provide for my children and to retire my parents and open this youth center. I have an emotional attachment to this product. And just to tell you the short version of my story, my father was diagnosed in November 2012, and I will never get tired of telling this story, of a rare aggressive form of bladder cancer. Cancer that's only found in older white men who smoke. Obviously, he's not white. He's never smoked a day in his life. So it was a very traumatic time for my family. You know, we planning funerals and doing wills and figuring out what we want to do with his stuff. Fast forward to about 6 months ago, he had the surgery, got the cancer out, but because it was a rare and aggressive form, they wanted to watch him. So every 3 months, he had to come in, have his levels checked, and if his levels weren't normal, he had to undergo chemo. So after 2 rounds of doing that, 3 rounds of chemo each time. So 3 rounds of chemo, which absolutely wiped him out, took all of his energy. My dad has always been healthy as an ox, and it broke my heart to see him go through that. So this last time he did chemo, I got my dad on this product and consuming it on a daily basis. He went back a couple of weeks ago and actually found out last week that his levels were normal. So for me, knowing that my dad would never have to face chemo again, even though cancer runs in our family, my uncle died from cancer about a year ago. I have an uncle right now that's fighting prostate cancer, but to know that my dad will never ever have to hear the words that it's back, the cancer is here, that is more than enough for me. So with that being said, because of that, I could talk about this all day. You know, I'm passionate about it, passionate about the opportunity and the company, but I'm going to bring up somebody else that's in this business. I mean, amazing